Hi everyone, Carter Krishnaiyer here for Beyond the 90. Want to just really quickly address something in the paid subscriber mailbag. And we're going to get to answering those questions in the next few days. And it's obviously a very intense, busy USL match day. So that's going to be my focus the rest of the way today between USL Championship matches, USL League One matches, USL Super League matches. But a number of the questions in the mailbag are about political issues or governmental policy issues. And I've always tried to steer away from discussing those at Beyond the 90, even though I come myself from a background in government relations and political consulting and working in government. For some, that may have made me part of the deep state 25 years ago. But I've been working in football, soccer, for the better part of the last 2 decades, right? And when I crossed over from being a government relations political consultant person to first a soccer writer, and then in 2006, and then a soccer front office person in 2009, and have been more than 15 years doing that in and out, and 20 years writing. I tried to leave the politics behind, and it's not that I'm not involved politically at all. I mean, in fact, I'm quite involved in at least following the Canadian election. I just recently scrubbed a trip I was intending to go to Ottawa election day, and then the next few days after the election to assess the aftermath. But I never wanted the political thing to overtake Beyond the 90 and discussions about football, because it's become so polarizing in this country. However, every single question y'all have asked in the mailbag, every single one, are things that I'm hearing concerns and discussions about every single day. When I talk to people who are investors in the game, when I talk to people who work in front offices in the game, when I talk to people who are involved at the coaching level in the sport. So the reality is this is an international sport. I don't think these things may affect American football, for example, as much or nearly at all. But we're talking about investors being a little bit nervous. We're talking about the ability or the difficulty now in getting players processed because in USL and MLS, each team has a certain number of foreign players in addition to players with other status, green card holders that are not U.S. citizens or on rosters. So I'm hearing about it every single freaking day. So we're going to answer all those questions. We're going to go into detail about them in the next few days, and I thank you for the questions. It's not a topic I wanted to talk about. It's not a topic I relish talking about, but it's a topic we have to talk about because it is really, and I'm not trying to, I'll answer the questions in full when I do, but it is something that's really impacting the way investors are thinking about where they spend their money, how and when they spend their money on the sport in the United States. It's also impacting roster decisions already in terms of the immigration piece. But really, like the trade and tariff piece is a big part of it. It's even impacting already supplies getting to clubs here in the States. So maybe it would force everybody to change to Under Armour or Nike, like a U.S. supplier. I mean, really. So I'm going to get more into detail about it, but it is, thank you for the questions. Again, I know in the past I've said I don't want to discuss this sort of stuff on this site. You can hit me up privately if you want to discuss politics, but now it's a public conversation. We have to have it. I can't have conversations. I can't get through. I talk to dozens of people in the game each week, dozens. Over the course of a week, I might correspond with 100 people who work in soccer in this country. And in 75 to 80% of the conversations, these issues that y'all have asked questions about are coming up. And it's just been in the last 6 weeks. I wouldn't even say since inauguration of Trump, President Trump. I would say it's really intensely started late February, beginning of March. And it's just now it's dominating conversation. So we are going to discuss that. So thank you for your questions. You can keep them coming until Sunday. And then I'm going to try and start answering them after that. Thanks again for being a paid subscriber to Beyond the 90. If you're not a paid subscriber, you can sign up. You don't have to pay if you want to just be a free subscriber, but we'd prefer you subscribe one way or another, either as a paid subscriber or as a free subscriber if you enjoy our content and want to contribute to the conversation about all of the topics we cover, but particularly lower division soccer in the United States, promotion and relegation, reform in the game, solidarity payments, training compensation, etc. Thank you.